Hello, my dears, and thank you for joining me. This is a special video for Lion's Gate or Lion's Gateway, but it is timeless, so whenever you are called to it and whenever you are called back to use it, please do so knowing that the light is calling you and transmitting to you in that time. This video is most especially for those of you who have energy exchanged with me to receive a digital copy of my Damsel Divine Mirroring piece, Lyran Love and Light Codes for Lyran's Gateway or Lion's Gateway in August of 2020. However, again, energy is timeless and it can be used over and over again. And don't worry if you're viewing this on another platform and you haven't energy exchanged for your copy yet, check the links in my description or bio or DM me, and you can always do so for a very special offer at any time. But to those of you who have and are continuing on with me, I wanted to walk you through some of the energy that I feel in this piece. You can view your instructions that came with your digital download, and you can see this piece has varied uses. It is quantum, and it will continue to work with you, which is a beautiful blessing, and I'm so happy and proud for this work and this light to come through me. But I did want to give you a little bonus and show you some of the things that I see in the imagery and some of the ways that the piece is currently working with me. And of course, that is always up for expansion as well. So let's just have a little bit about Lion's Gate. Lion's Gate is an alignment of our sun, the star system of Sirius, and while our sun is in the star sign of Leo, and it is also a lining up of the stars in the Orion's belt. So we have a combination of energies usually at play here. We have the energy of Sirius and the Sirians. Sirius usually represents divine feminine energy to me, very light, blue light, and watery emotional energy, but logical and healing as well. And then we have the Leo energy of the sun and the Lyran energy. So the Lyrans are some of the oldest consciousness in our galaxy. And the Lyrans can be from the star Lyra, from the star Vega, from the star Regulus. They also spread their wings out to reach into many various star systems, so there will be combinations of the Lyrans with many other star systems, and some of whom don't even identify as Lyrans anymore, but just resonate in that feline race. So you can see beings of light that are lions in orientation, tigers, jaguars, panthers, leopards, cheetahs, lynx, caracal, any of the big cats really, and then the smaller cats as well will usually have come from another star in the system. And they can appear in any form really. They are masters at genetics and DNA, but they always have that beautiful lion or tiger heart. So Lion's Gate to me this year is especially combining of healing the merge that was Lyra and Sirius, and the Lyrans that journeyed to and inhabited and civilized parts of Sirius. Many of us have connection with these beings, and if you don't, know that you can always call on them as beings of light. If you're here, you're resonating for a reason. So this imagery that I create, this Damsel Divine Mirroring, I create it with these beings of light. I create it through the quantum energy, and I create it with their guidance. So I work from photos. And through the photos, they help me mirror them around and work through symmetry to create and blend and reveal things that are there, hidden through the holograms of the one image and the one layer of image that we normally see. And in doing so, faces are very often revealed, and you'll get layer on top of layer of different faces that can reveal themselves and can act as portal pieces to you to shift and change with your energy and show you whatever's most relevant to you and for you at the time. These are very third eye activating because they often reveal something to our physical eyes that our third eye and our spiritual eyes are able to see and perceive through multidimensional consciousness, but our physical eyes and our brains haven't yet held a grasp on as to how these beings look. So we're actually seeing through the quantum and multidimensional layers through these pieces. And I have others available and customs if you're interested as well. So in this piece, you will see the two windows of light acting as a portal gateway. You will, of course, it'll be very obvious to see the white lions or the white lyrans. It is important to note as well, lion beings, as said, can resonate from Sirius, from Andromeda, from many multitudes and galaxies, and whichever beings of light you are called to work with in this form are the right ones for you. After we notice those 4 pillar white lions standing with us in a 4-year, as it's created, by the way, we can start to take note of some other imagery. So the reason why I thank you for energy exchanging for a digital copy of this piece is, of course, you can print it out and have it work its magic in your environment. But I love to have digital copies because of the fact that these pieces work best when we are able to zoom in and out. So through the course of this video, I will be zooming in and out for you, and I encourage you to do that with your copy of the piece as well. Some of the energies that would like to make themselves known to you through this piece, we will zoom in here. And I'm going to draw on the image just for some illustrative purposes so you can see what I'm speaking about. So we have a priestess or a priest that is revealing themselves in this area. And you can see these would be their hands, and this would be their head and their face, and this would be their wingspan in a ceremonial robe that they're wearing. You can also see the relation that the head here is more of a falcon type head or a head of a being like Horus. Horus, of course, is the divine child of the goddess Isis. Isis is known as one of the mothers of the portal star that is Sirius. So we have a beautiful image here of an Horus type being. Horus also can resonate as Krishna or as Christ, any of those that resonate as divine child for you. So it's a very powerful blessing and open arms here that we have from this type figure. And then you will see underneath, you can see different layers. If you look, there is another lion-headed being here, and then within, just at the heart area, in this area that started to glow beautiful violet flame purple, it's almost as if there is an image of the priest or priestess within the image of the priest or priestess, a mirroring image, if you will. And then while we are in that area, we have this part of the image that I'm most proud of currently, frankly. This is a Sphinx being. And this is a sphinx that is linked to the sphinxes that we have here on Earth that have shifted and changed with the sands of time and the manipulation of histories. This is a sphinx currently located on Sirius B. And you can see the beautiful purple glow in another layer behind the image, a pyramid that is linked to our pyramids in Giza. And the Sphinx is standing before it, guarding it, much like how it was originally here in our land of ancient Egypt. And if you work with this piece, you can communicate with this Sphinx in light, in love, in light language, and you can ask and allow this Sphinx to transmit to you codes and secrets of light from the Akash, from the record system on Sirius, and shine it through this portal piece into your heart and into your third eye, and further cement itself into your physical consciousness as well. I'm very proud to bring this through because you may not know, the damsel stands for my initials, and of course you know my first name is Danielle. My middle name is Alexandria, which I am very proud to have chosen before I was born as an illustration and a connection with the Library of Alexandria that housed so much of the Akash and so much of our sacred records before it was burned here on Earth. And it's one of my greatest honors to be a preserver of this knowledge and be able to bring it to you in many forms and transmissions. So this is a link to that knowledge, to that record keeping, and it's speaking to the part of you that is connected with this area now and always. And then this figure here can be you as the sacred metaphysical traveler. This little shadow here can be you, an illustration of you sending your light body to this area on the star system of Sirius, standing before the Sphinx and asking him or her, however you most resonate, for blessings, for light codes, to reveal secrets to you, to reveal and reawaken your memories from your higher consciousness, from the part of you that is linked to Sirius and linked to the central sun and to source of light and love most high. You can go ahead and replay that portion if you need to, and if you'd like to walk through that energy further. But it is also an image and an instruction and an illustration that I invite you to remember and to come back to when you can sit with this image in quiet, perhaps playing some frequency music, and literally transmit yourself into the image as you sit with it, and allow it to exchange with you in your own form of visual or closed eyes meditation. And then I also invite and encourage you to perhaps sit with that imagery and with the piece and journal any additional light codes that may come to you, any streams of consciousness, thoughts, feelings, memories that may come to you. And know that this can be a continual process working with light. You can continue to explore and receive different codes as you work with the piece at different time frames. And remember, light language and light codes don't have to be linear. They don't have to make sense to our logical brains, to our egos, to our physical eyes or minds. Whatever is coming through you are important pieces of the puzzle for you, and I invite you to explore and honor those. And then before we go here, I just wanted to reveal to you some of the other faces down here. This area here I see as the cloud of illusion, or the veil that's currently over most of our consciousness and our planet here on Earth. You can see that it's thinning. You can see that some light in the shape of a pyramid is also starting to cut through, and you can see that you land up here above it, in this version of your spirit and higher self. And I invite and encourage you to invite that higher self down, to come down to you through the veil and down to you in your experience on earth, in light and in love always. And then we have here, this was pretty clear to me as a leopard being or a cheetah being. And you have here the eyes and the nose. Cheetahs, of course, are the only big cats that actually purr, and the frequency to which they purr is so healing. It's one of my favorite sounds on this planet. And of course, remember, all the big cats that we house here on Earth are dimensional pieces of our guides and mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers from these upper realms that seeded themselves with parts of their DNA here for us to experience as animals and other forms of consciousness. The animal realm most often resonates at 2D, the animal and plant realm. And then, of course, we know that we're switching from 3D to 5D and above right now. And so animals are shifting and changing with us as we go through this process. It's also why a lot of us have taken up the cause of animal and earth and environmental rights, because we're looking over and helping and doing our part to help the dimensions that are rising beneath us, just as those in the upper realms are doing their part to help us from their higher dimensional standpoint. So I invite you to look into the eyes of this cheetah or leopard being. Perhaps look up some cheetah purring videos. There are some that people have made on loops. Like I said, it's just one of my favorite sounds on earth. It is so healing. The frequency absolutely goes through you. And it's one of the few ASMR sounds that I really personally resonate with, and that isn't too stimulating for me. So if you're someone who likes the idea of ASMR, and likes the idea of the brain tingles and excitement and function, but many ASMR sounds to you are actually too intense because of your high level of consciousness and sensitivity, I invite and encourage you to explore purring sounds, both of domesticated cats, but especially of our big cats and cheetahs. And then here in the center, you have this being. There are wings here, and then this I see at the face, and then you see another form of winged being here. I encourage you to see how this may play with any energies that have been in your life and in your experience as guardian angel type figures, and know that the angelic realm can help you in these sorts of connections. And then last but not least, here at the bottom, we have a couple of figures in the different layers and in the lighter layers. Some of them can reveal themselves as angelic beings. And then we have a couple of heads down there. There is a sloth head to illustrate some of us who have maybe a harder time with speed or time or forward movement or processing. Know that you can break through that sloth head with the help of the angelic beings of light that are there, and have it help you to heal if you have any wounding in your spirit or in your mindsets of that. And then we also have another head at the bottom. To me, that one resonates as a trifold. So I encourage you to see whichever of these figures, and you can choose a different one each time you watch and listen to this, most resonates for you, and then look up the spirit animal meaning of these particular 3 animals that I'm going to say and the one that you choose in that time period, to know that there's an additional message there for you. So in that head at the bottom, I'm sorry, not 3, I'm actually getting 4. So I encourage you to see whether a wolf, a badger, a raccoon, or a leopard speaks most to you at this moment. And whichever one or two speak the most to you, look up spirit animal meaning for that animal and see an additional message that may be speaking to you at this time. And with that, my dear ones, I am going to start to close out the energy with you, but I encourage you to remember that these are quantum pieces. These small bits that I have revealed to you can continue and will continue to grow and expand. It is always up for reinterpretation and your interpretation through your third eye and your guide teams. I would actually love to hear anything additional that you see or get while working with these pieces. I would really love and appreciate if you commented, if you feel comfortable with anything that you've seen or experienced. That way, so people publicly viewing the video and the community that we're building can check those out and have them key into some of their own experiences and expansions as well. And if you don't feel comfortable sharing publicly in comments, you could always DM or message me with that. I really look forward to hearing and would appreciate that. Especially to those of you who have energy exchange to be part of this experience with me and have this piece as a part of your world in your form and your copy. Making these Damsel Divine Mirroring pieces is such a passion project of mine. It's such a gift that I was given from the higher realms to be able to work with these energies and do this together with them. I would like to reiterate that I do not draw in any of the imagery. I work from a guidance system. Sometimes I do add light effect to make things more visible, but nothing is ever intentionally drawn in. Every face and everything that you're seeing is revealed by a blending of imagery through guidance from the higher realms in ways that they know will reveal images and faces and energy to us. And it is saved here and revealed and continuously growing and expanding through this image and through our allowance and acceptance to work with it through the quantum. So I'm very thankful that you are choosing to work with me and my guide team and your guide teams and these higher energies and beings to experience and share that with me. If you haven't energy exchanged yet and you've made it through this whole video, first of all, thank you. You have wonderful patience and exploration, and I appreciate you. Second of all, know that you can always exchange with me at any time using the PayPal links in my description or in my bio. For this piece, there is going to be a very special offer. It is current and of course subject to change, but that will be notated in the description. But the way that I am currently offering this, since this is a portal year of transformation in this pandemic and the monetary system is changing so much, I am offering this on a donational energy exchange basis. Any donation that you feel it's worthy of and that you're called and able to pay and give from your heart, I will appreciate and accept through my PayPal. Be sure to put in the notes Lionsgate 2020 so that I know what to send you, and be sure that if you don't wish to receive a copy of it through the email that you're PayPal exchanging with, you also put a note of which email you would like to receive your copy through. The only thing that I ask as a requirement, not that it's a requirement, but it's a suggestion, is to partake in the energy. I would like it, and the guides and I would like it, if you place 2 8s somewhere in your donational amount. That could be from the lowest amount containing 2 8s in dollars and cents, all the way up to the infinite. I appreciate any support that you are called and able to give me in exchange for this, to both give your permission to interact with the energy further, and to also support me and my energy in hosting this work for you, which it is my honor to do in love and light and abundance. And I thank you for anything you are called and able to give and share. Speaking of sharing, please do not share this image when you receive your digital copy download with anyone. Please allow them to partake in energy exchange themselves and respect me and the energies in doing that. Please note this is for your personal use only. You can, of course, share this video publicly and with anyone you would like, and recommend that they also energy exchange for a digital download copy of the image as well. I would really gratefully appreciate that if you feel that it's something that can help them. And just a note and disclaimer as well, though quantum imagery and energy can be very healing, I am not accredited by any means. And if you feel that you need any physical, mental, or psychological help, please know that it is your responsibility to seek out an accredited resource to receive that with and from. Please take care of yourselves in every form and facet that you can. I appreciate you, and I thank you so much again for being here and for sharing this light and this message with me and others. Please be blessed always. Sending you love and light codes. Love, Danielle. #Damsel at D's Enlightened Edits. Bye for now.